Hello, welcome back. This is Wency from Wency's Toys channel, and today I will be reviewing the LEGO set 71765, the Ninja Ultra Combo Mech from the LEGO Ninjago series, from the season named Core. Oh, before I forget, please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video, and please hit subscribe as more than 90% of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content in the future. Thank you very much! Okay, so first up are the minifigures. So these are the villains for this set. This one is called the Cobra Mechanic, and this one is the Boa Destructor or Destroyer. And these minifigures use the latest snake heads that were introduced during the Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu series. But the one thing that I was a little bit disappointed was that for the Cobra Mechanic, since it should have been a Cobra, then there should be a Cobra hood here, like how they did for the Pyro snakes in the Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu series. But right now, even though all of these snake heads are dual molded, as you can see with the dual coloring, they both look like boa snake heads, not a cobra. So that was the little disappointment that I had. So they both have the same leg printing, which is nice. It's pretty detailed, and but they have different chest pieces or chest prints, which is pretty nice. It's pretty detailed on how they have it here as well. So the Boa Destroyer has brawler weapons here, brawler hands that are part of his costume, as well as a shoulder armor, because he's pretty much the brawler of the set. And looking at the back printing, they're pretty awesome as well, as you can see here with the nice detailing at the back. And of course, it won't be a Ninjago set without the ninjas. So here we have all of the 4 original ninjas: Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane. So I like that their new costumes for this series are unique for this series. I like very much their leg printing, pretty detailed, as well as the ensemble that they have for the chest prints. So they have here like a one-off off-shoulder piece where it has the one arm is different color from the rest of the suit. I like that Kai here has some sort of flames on his suit. Cole has some earthen detail here with some earthen armor there. And of course, he has his hammer. Jay has lightning and his nunchucks. And Zane here is pretty much still a ninjoid, but he has his ice powers on his suit as well. As you can see here, all of them have different katanas at the back. So red, orange, yellow, and blue for all of their powers. But Jay has a special sword here that is his normal katana, which is pretty neat. Now looking at the back print here, so they also have some back printing that you can see here, or you might not be able to see unless I remove their katana holders. But let's look first at their secondary faces, which is their happy face. See, all of them have happy faces except for Zane, since he's a ninjoid. He doesn't have a secondary face. And looking at the back print of all of these minifigures after removing their katana sleeves is a pretty detailed printing that goes well with the front, and as well as the current symbol that they all have for this season. So yeah, it's a pretty nice print. And last but not the least, we have the brick-built Woobot that was introduced in the previous season of Ninjago, which was with the Nia's water season. So with the Woobot, we just have a faceplate that is a printed faceplate, but they also introduced the new stud shooters here as well for the weaponry for the Woobot, which is pretty nice, as the new stud shooters I like very much. Okay, on to the main builds. So first up, this is actually the fourth bag in the set when you're building. So if you're looking at my fast build, this would have been somewhere in the middle of that video. But since this is the only villain vehicle in this set, then and it is a pretty small build, I thought of it best to do it first here. So it pretty much is a weird concept, right? Because it pretty much looks like a frog, as you can see here, that is being ridden by a snake. So the irony in this set, or in this build, is pretty funny actually, if you can take a look at it. It's a pretty simple build. It's pretty much just a two stud wide vehicle with an extender here for the seat, for the snake, for the Cobra mechanic, and there's just a shield here at the front, some stud shooters on the sides that are being held on by clips here, and pretty much just a simple build for the legs that is on wall sockets, which is pretty nifty if you take a look at it. Okay, next is the first three bags of this set that you will be building, and it is basically the mech in this set. Well, not entirely true, but it is the first mech in this set. As you can see, it has the hands, which has pretty much has a good axis of rotation, as well as nice articulation for the elbows and the hands. There's just simple fingers here to hold the sword. But as you can see here, Kai is barely visible when you take a look at it, right? Here he is standing, which I can show you later. And here we have articulation for the legs here, up and down, but very limited range of motion here. As you can see, because there's a stopper there, and you cannot twist the legs. So it's the articulation for the hips or for the waist is pretty minimal. There is no leg articulation unless you take the leg off from the clips and you can pose it like that. But that's not very much, there's not much a lot of posability here as far as action sequences or action poses that you can look at. Maybe like this, but it's not very stable. As you can see, he's gonna fall off because the articulation is pretty minimal as far as the feet are concerned. So you can't give it much action poses for this mech. This is probably the best that you can do it as. Okay. Now, taking a look at the mech much closer, as you can see here, Kai is standing here, as you can see, because if he's seated, if I pose him seated here, like how it's supposed to be so that he can reach the controls, you can barely see him if you're looking at it from the front. You can only see his hood, or his hood there. So pretty weird, but and the face shield here is not flush to the other side of the mech. So it's pretty much like more of a battle suit than a mech in itself. So I guess that's what they were trying to go for. Okay, next is we have here Zane's vehicle, which is, of course, since his power is ice and snow, he has a, I would say, a snow plow more than a tank. Because even though it has tracked wheels, it doesn't have tank capabilities. Pretty much these look more like plows or siege tank, right? Because of these rams here. So, which is pretty weird. So he has this other side of the vehicle where another person could sit, and pretty much he's just laying down with a face shield here. Easily, this could have been a $20 to $30 set in itself. So pretty much it's a pretty solid build, and later on this will form some part of that ultra mech that this set is supposed to be doing. Okay, next is Cole's drill vehicle. So of course, since Cole is earth power, so he usually has earth drillers as his main vehicle, and he is on a single manned vehicle here with just another connection here for the other side of the vehicle. So this I would say would have been probably a $10 to $20 set. $20 is pushing it because it is pretty hollow here in the middle, as you can see. And you can probably guess where this would be in the Ultra Mech build later on with how this is built here. But for a driller, it's pretty good. It's pretty compact. As you can see here, the drills have a nice smooth rotation. And it is a simple build. It's actually very fast to build this. And there's a bunch of stickers here as well. As you can see, in this set, there are a lot of stickers that you would see. And last but not the least is Jay's jet, or I would just say probably mini jet or glider, because it doesn't look like it has a good engine. Although it has a engine here, mock-up here at the back, it doesn't believably look like an engine because he's sitting probably right on top of the engine here. Of course, he has just a face shield here, and he has some banners here which are extended. And fortunately, these banners are printed pieces, so these are on 3x2 tiles. So it's pretty nice that they included prints for those, but the rest of these are stickers here for the detailing. And it's a simple build. It's the last thing that you will be building, and it pretty much looks like a falcon, as you can see here. Not much, but you will see later on where this goes. Okay, so let's take a look at how to assemble this Ultra Mecha combo set. So let's start by doing this. Okay, so after building the mecha combo, here are some of my thoughts about this combination. So, first off, let's talk about something that's very glaring. The hands from the smaller mech from Kai really looks awkward when you put the hands from Cole's driller. Like, it would have been nice if they incorporated it or somehow made it a little less awkward. But seems like here there's like four arms where you have like some smaller Tyrannosaurus arms here from the smaller red mech. I like the fact that the snow tank or the snow ram is the legs. It pretty much gives a nice contrast, but as you can see here, if I look a little closer, there's not much articulation, right? Goes up and like that because of how it was built for the snow ram, but other than that, not much. So there's no knees, of course, since you pretty much connected it around near the hips. The knees would have been around here. So there's not much possibility here unless you're just doing it like that. There's no action poses. Probably you can do it like this. That's the most that you can do as a pose, but it's not that stable. So again, here at the top, looking at it from here, the epaulettes from the jet are awkward. They're too high compared to the rest of the mech here. So as you can see here, because of these arms, it's pretty much hard to pose him standing up if you've done the action poses. So let me try and get it back here. See? Pretty much wants to flop over because it is top heavy, right? So if you're not posing him up correctly, he's gonna topple over. So yeah, I like the concept of the combination mechs, but overall the combination, it's not pretty playable. It's primarily for a display piece. As you can see here, I have to prop down this lid, or when I was trying to build it, I had to remove Kai first so that it could do this. But the head is too small and the epaulettes are too high. The arms are awkward, like there are four arms with the sword, like you have some small Tyrannosaurus hands here. And at the back, as you can see here, it's all placed pretty awkward, right? Jay here is hanging here at the back. The feet from Kai's mech is folded up weird. So yeah, pretty much the only thing you can do here is stand him up for display. Not much playability or making action poses. Okay. So that's it for my review of the Lego set 71765, the Ninjago Ultra Mecha Combo set. And if you have liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please hit subscribe, as more than 90% of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel. So hopefully that would help you with your buying options for this mech. It would have been nice that it was combined beautifully, but yeah, overall it's just for display. as for the height of this mech, it's pretty much taller than most of the mechs, I would say. I don't have the other mechs with me. I would say this is almost the same height as Lloyd's Ultra Mech. So that's it for me. Thank you very much. Ninjago!